I'm Betsy Cooper, Chair of the Department of Dance in the College of the Arts. I'm here with recent BFA dance graduate Natalie Bojorquez. Natalie's going to tell us about the piece that she choreographed for the 2022 Spring Contemporary Concert, titled Tias.
I choreographed this work on myself and classmates Chloe McClure, Topanga Scherf, and Sierra Tangi. Tias explores the theme of womanhood based on my interactions and encounters with my aunts, better known as my tias. In making this work, I was most interested in how unique and powerful they are as individuals, but even more fascinated by how powerful they work as a unit. In observing their interactions and interconnectedness, I was inspired to explore the femininity, strength, and beauty exuded between them, and how this ties into society's overall perception of women. I hope you enjoy the work.
Good morning, beach family and friends. Good morning. Wasn't that just an incredible work of art in motion? It captures the power of individual experiences and the strength we derive from our diverse communities. Let us keep that poignant image of those dancers moving, sometimes sideways, even backward at times, yet moving in unison at the forefront of our minds today. This is the essence of convocation, because at the beach, our experiences are interconnected, and we're ever striving for unity, strength, and community for all, capital A, capital L, capital L. I want to thank Professor Betsy Cooper from the College of the Arts for being a fierce advocate for our students in the dance department. Under her direction, yes, give it up. Students like Natalie can transform their robust ideas into compelling art. Thank you. All right, well, welcome to our 2022 annual convocation. I'm Karen Sism Gunn, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs here at the beach. Hey. If you're new to campus, I say welcome to the beach. And for those of you returning once more, I say to you, welcome back to the beach. Friends, new and longstanding, it feels wonderful to greet you today. From President Connolly and her executive leadership team to our many extraordinary faculty, academic deans and their college teams, our provost's senior leadership team, our many administrators and staff across campus, our ASI leaders, president's scholars, promise students, those joining us remotely, and friends throughout the city of Long Beach, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here today. Together, we're on pace to achieve big wins this year. We now pause to acknowledge that Cal State Long Beach is located on the sacred site of Povunga. We acknowledge that we are on the land of the Tongva, Gabrielino, and the Ahashiman Juanino nations, who lived and continue to live here. We recognize the Tongva, Ahashiman nations and their spiritual connection as the first stewards and the traditional caretakers of this land. We thank them for their strength, perseverance, and resistance. At this time, please allow us to share a series of introductions and recognitions of the many groups and people who make this campus special. A strong leadership team's effectiveness does not happen by accident. It takes real commitment to the larger vision and to one another to best ensure our efforts manifest success. I want now to thank our visionary divisional leaders, the President's executive leadership team. They live out this commitment day in and day out. They lead with expertise and intentionality, and they have some thoughts to share. Scott Appel from the Division of Administration and Finance. Scott says, our division builds a community of inclusion through our people, processes, technology, and space, and each action we take is viewed through the lens of equity for all. Thank you, Scott. Min Yao, Vice President of the Division of Information Technology. Min believes his division strives to create and maintain an inclusive, secure technology environment to support learning, teaching, research, business operations, and community service. Thank you, men. BL Beth Lesson. Our Vice President for Student Affairs, Beth Lesson, says, through the Diverse Staff Innovative Equity-Centered Mental Health Plan and the Division's Equity and Inclusion Task Force, Student Affairs continuously prioritizes inclusion and contributes to a community of belonging. Thank you, Beth. Long Beach State Athletics notes that with nearly 400 student athletes, they are one of the most diverse in the nation and aim to represent this university in the right way by winning championships, building leadership, and graduating individuals who will encourage the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion for all. Go Beach, Long Beach State Athletics. Jeff Cook, our interim vice president for university relations and development, says, we're building the next generation of beach advocates and donors through affinity groups, enhanced outreach, and integration with diverse communities, and by highlighting the investment and various opportunities that affect change and transformation. Thanks, Jeff. And last but not least, Chris Fowler, our new Chief of Staff to the President, says, the entire staff from the Office of the President works to provide programs and initiatives centered on inclusion and equity. We strive to bridge gaps, foster collaborative partnerships, and engage in equitable practices across our campus, and that you do. Thanks, Chris. A big thanks and shout out to our executive team. Your leadership is foundational to the beach, and this is that moment we're glad that we had to say thank you for all of your unsung work. Continuing to head our educational mission are our dynamic academic deans. Their extraordinary leadership and combined dedication to our students, faculty, and staff is a true testament to why we're Beach Strong. Thank you, deans. Thank you, deans. This year, we are especially pleased to welcome 5 new deans who will, without a doubt, propel our colleges forward. Please hold your applause until after all of the names are read. Dr. Chris Swaret, Dean of the College of Professional and Continuing Education. Professor Andy Zamira, Interim Dean of the College of the Arts. Dr. Deborah Thien, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts. Dr. Anna Ortiz, Interim Dean of the College of Education, and Dr. Tracy Mayfield, Interim Dean of the University Library. New deans. I can tell you they have hit the ground running, and these visionaries will lead with strength and distinction. Thank you so much, and welcome to the deanship here at the beach. Next, let's recognize our amazing associate deans, our ADs. These committed professionals work so hard to ensure operational needs are met and who, simply stated, get the job done. You are on the front lines of the academic enterprise, and we value how you keep us moving forward. ADs, you rock. Thank you. To our hardworking department chairs, let me say you are incredible. Your work to enact academic policies and procedures that benefit our students, faculty, and staff is immeasurable. Thank you for your leadership that guides the operations within your respective colleges. Thanks, department chairs. And to our dedicated Beach faculty, throughout this ever-changing environment of the past 2 years, if you've been with us before today, these unprecedented years, you've continued to adapt your classroom approaches to remain focused on shaping the minds of our students. Your expertise, agility, patience, and commitment to serving the beach is truly inspirational. We welcome you back and continue to recognize your contributions to this extraordinary campus. Thank you, faculty. Thank you. And our incredible staff and MPPs. You connect so many of us to essential resources, you manage processes with skill, and provide the support that turns the gears on this campus machine. Without your efforts, this campus would not be where it is today. We appreciate each of you. Go Beach. Also joining us today are our outstanding ASI student government leaders. In your recent retreat, you engaged in penetrating discussions on a myriad of campus matters, such as student mental health, facilities and needs, and the equitable classroom. Your passion to lead and serve guides this campus. You are shaping the beach for your constituents and peers today, but also those to come. Welcome today, ASI leaders. On behalf of the entire university, let's recognize our campus governing bodies and represented group leaders. You'll hear from a few of them shortly. Thank you for your commitment to this campus and to those you represent toward the best beach conditions possible. Your leadership impacts so many, day to day. You're a vital part of this campus and a testament to its progress. Thank you for your representation. Each year, we select extraordinary students to be recipients of the prestigious President's Scholarship. This scholarship program is highly recognized both in the state and nationally, and is a testament to the responsibility we take on here at the beach to prepare these bright minds for success. I now ask our President's Scholars to please stand to be recognized if you're able and choose to do so. Please stand if you're here. Please remain standing. This group of exemplary students represents brilliance in thought, empathy, and justice as a right for all. The issues that compel them extend beyond the classroom. Many of you have your families here with you today, and together, we are so proud of your successes. A heartfelt thanks to our Alumni Association, President's Associates, esteemed donors, and the Division of Student Affairs for your partnership in these awards. Every scholarship you make possible sets up another student for success. Look at this brilliance. Congratulations, scholars. You may be seated. Another highly celebrated group with us remotely today are our 2022 Long Beach College Promise students. The Long Beach College Promise pledges to make college education for each student in the Long Beach Unified School District possible. This incredible initiative is transforming student lives, one success story at a time, and we are excited to be a part of it. Promise students online joining us online, we're pleased to have you here today, and that's a promise. We now welcome to the stage our new Academic Senate Chair, Dr. Pei-Fang Hung. Along with serving, you can stop and clap for Pei-Fang. She's very much appreciated and beloved. Along with serving as Senate Chair, Dr. Hung is an associate professor in the Department of Speech-Language Pathology. She is a tremendous partner and advocate for all Beach faculty. We're pleased to hear from her now. Pei-Fang?
Thank you, Provost Sisagam, for the introduction and for inviting me to today's convocation. Welcome to the 2022 convocation. My name is Pei-Fang Hung. I'm faculty in Department of Speech Language Pathology and this year's Academic Senate Chair. As the chair of Academic Senate, I have this chance to welcome you to this new academic year. My speech today centers around building campus community through open communication and collaboration. So through open communication, we can collectively contribute to create a beach community that welcomes different voices and diverse values. Similar to many immigrants and English language learners, I thrive to fit into a culture and linguistic different environment from my own. This journey of embracing different values, beliefs, and perspectives is not just incredible, but also helps me appreciate more on open communication, inclusiveness, and acceptance. The Academic Senate has been working diligently to promote shared governance by incorporating different voices and perspectives of our campus community. We work with and across different stakeholders to solve problems through open communication, considering different points of view and facilitating dialogues among various campus community members have been the center of our work. The work of Academic Senate is also done through collaborating with various stakeholders. We continue collaborating with students, staff, faculty, administrators, and other campus community members to remove potential barriers and to create an environment for promoting equity and diversity in a more inclusive and learning working environment. We all work together towards a common goal, which is making a better and stronger beach community. The Academic Senate invites you to be part of this process to shape the beach future through actively participating in committee work and work together with academic senators, student organizations, staff council, and faculty councils. The work of shared governance cannot be accomplished without you. So regardless of your role in the beach community, your dedication and commitment are admirable. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for participating in this incredibly impactful shared governance work. In the new academic year, the Academic Senate will continue working on several campus policies to promote our students to have rich educational experiences and their academic success, such as policy on program review, master's policy, and general education policy. We will also work on reviewing and approving new degree programs, majors and minors, such as new Bachelor of Science in Dance Science, new Doctor of Nursing Practice program. This will be an incredible year, and I'm proud to be part of this extraordinary beach community. It is my honor to serve you as this year's Academic Senate Chair. I look forward to learning from you and working with you to make our beach community more welcoming, inclusive, and diverse. Thank you. 谢谢. Go Beach.
Thank you so much, Pei-Fang, for those inspiring remarks, and we certainly look forward to a very productive academic year. I wish to welcome our Staff Council Chair, Alessandro Russo. Alessandro serves as the Administrative Analyst to the Department of Romance, German, Russian Languages and Literatures. Alessandro continuously voices the context of staff on this campus. Please help me welcome Mr. Alessandro Russo to the stage.
Good morning, Beach family. Thank you to Provost Susan Gunn and President Connolly for having me here today, and welcome all returning and new faculty, students, and staff to a new year at the Beach. As an introduction, I am Staff Council Chair, Alessandro Russo, the Administrative Analyst for the Department of Romance, German, Russian Languages and Literatures in the College of Liberal Arts. I also hold a BA and MA in Italian Studies from this great campus. But who else am I? I'm a brother, nephew, uncle, friend, a colleague. The son of Italian immigrants who instilled in me a sense of self, the meaning of family, when it is necessary to speak my mind, but to also listen, to have empathy and understand another's point of view, to stand in their shoes, to act with fortitude in the face of adversity, to accept and respect others as they are, and above all else, making them feel appreciated, that they belong. The great Maya Angelou once said, quote, "People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel," end quote. Think about that for a minute. Reflect on it. What are you doing to convey to others that feeling of belonging, that they matter? Now, the mission of Staff Council is to actively support the role of the university and to develop, maintain, and encourage positive relationships and communications with our campus community, friends, and neighbors. The ongoing goal of Staff Council is to maintain that mission and an environment where staff feel like they matter and that they belong. This is the beginning of my second year as Staff Council Chair. The first year we were in the throes of a pandemic, and I was faced with how to take the reins of Staff Council in a virtual environment while maintaining our mission. During the lockdowns, we successfully held in virtuality repopulation town halls, our Halloween spooktacular, and most importantly, the annual Bob Rogers Cherishing the Children toy drive that this year garnered over 500 gifts for local foster children and youth. During this time, we continued our regularly monthly Zoom meetings with reports from President Connolly, the Academic Senate Chair, our officers, subcommittees, and a variety of campus guests who provided staff with invaluable information on a variety of topics, initiatives, events, and services so that our staff continued to feel a sense of connection to our great campus. We transitioned to in-person staff appreciation events this past spring and summer with much success. This has not been an easy task. I didn't do this all alone. I had help from a group of some of the most exceptional staff and administrators that I am forever indebted to and grateful to know and call my colleagues. Every day I appreciate them for the camaraderie and kindness that they have shown me. As Staff Council Chair, I'm also on the Academic Senate Executive Committee. At first I was a bit anxious, but being on this committee, I quickly discovered an environment of collegiality, of openness, of respect, of acceptance, of conviviality, and most of all, of belonging. Let's all begin this new academic year demonstrating to each other how much we appreciate one another, that our contributions to the success of this campus does not go unnoticed, and that we are a part of this collective Beach family. Thank you, and go Beach.
Thank you, Alessandro. We take those remarks to heart. This institution is grounded in our students. At this time, I'm honored to welcome our ASI president, Isaac Julian, to the stage. Isaac is a fourth-year political science and English composition and rhetoric major. As a first-generation student, Isaac aims to provide more resources to empower students all throughout this campus. Welcome, Isaac.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Provost Gunn, for the warm introduction, and thank you, President Connolly, for the opportunity to address this esteemed group. Hello, Long Beach Day, and welcome to all of our new and returning students, faculty, staff, administrators, and all of our other guests this morning. My name is Isaac Julian, and I have the honor of serving as ASI president. This year, we took time to consider what it means to belong at the beach. To me, belonging means ensuring that there is a seat at the table for every voice and every perspective, that we foster and cultivate programs, events, and services that empower our students to freely express themselves and connect with one another. I am fortunate enough to have found the support at Long Beach State, but I know many students still seek that same sense of belonging. I understand. I struggled with mentors and educators telling me that I would never succeed. In one particularly harsh encounter, my high school counselor told me that if I were to pursue a college degree, I would contribute to the dropout statistics. And yet, here I am. Thank you. In large part, because of my success is due to my hard work and determination, but also to the support and encouragement I've encountered during my time at the beach. It was this support that helped me weather one of the biggest storms in my life. I know I'm not alone in experiencing loss over the last 2 years. I lost my best friend Max in a tragic accident 3 weeks after I lost my grandmother, Mami Coco, to COVID-19. Mami Coco was the inspiration for my entire family, the knowledgeable matriarch everyone went to for advice. She was my rock. Max was my best and most trusted friend. He was a math and science whiz, and his contributions to the chemical engineering field would have been priceless. These losses, like many of your own, felt insurmountable. With the help of ASI, my campus community, and my friends and family, I have been able to persevere and survive. However, this support and encouragement hasn't always been easy to find. Like many of my peers, and even some faculty and staff, I am a first-generation college student, and this oftentimes presents us with a unique set of challenges. I still remember the disorienting feeling I grappled with my first semester here. It was difficult trying to stay connected to campus. I'm proud to say, however, that ASI, like many of the programs, services, and departments on campus, is committed to serving students first and students who belong to this community. One of the reasons I decided to run for ASI president is because of my commitment to helping students who are facing hardships like these and more, such as food and housing insecurity and mental health issues. I know firsthand what living in a car feels like and the uncertainty of knowing where my next meal will come from. Many of my peers have shared similar struggles. They have shared their stories, they have entrusted me to represent their voice, and I will not let them down. During my time as ASI president, it is my top priority to help students who are experiencing hardships. I will focus on improving basic needs resources, such as emergency housing, the ASI Beach Food Pantry, and mental health services. Together, we can build a support system for every student. United, we can accomplish anything. ASI continues to uphold its motto of keeping students first. As we look towards the future and build a campus community that promotes inclusivity, one priority for ASI is preparing to renovate and expand our student union. The USU is critical to student engagement, which is why we should re-envision it for future generations. Through this, we have the unique opportunity to leave a legacy that promotes innovation, inclusivity, and student success. Notably, there are other resources and projects that strive to make Long Beach State a more inclusive, equitable, and accessible campus community. Our campus has spearheaded multiple projects that have distinguished us from other institutions. A current example is the ASI and 49ers Shops Shared Services Initiative, which allows us to strengthen our auxiliary services that we offer to students, campus stakeholders, and the future of the beach. I encourage you to build up our students to continue becoming the leaders of tomorrow. Every student has the potential to be great because there is no mold that a leader must fit. We must demonstrate empathy to relate to the obstacles our students face, the integrity to advocate for them, the commitment to strengthen the relationship between our constituents, and the courage to start conversations that will lead to change. I am certain that many have not felt included in our community, but that stops now. We all have the power to embolden students, reach out to staff and faculty, and foster the sense of belonging that we all deserve. Through shared governance, determination, and dedication, we can work towards cultivating a campus community where everyone belongs at the beach. Thank you.
And that, friends, is why we come to the beach. Now let us welcome our interim vice president for University Relations and Development, Jeff Cook, to the stage. Leading URD, Jeff is in front of the university's strategic communications and brand management. All right, the floor is yours, Jeff.
Thank you, Provost. This summer, I saw groups of new beach students gather on campus for their orientation sessions, and my mind wandered once or twice to my own college arrival, as cloudy as it may be at this point. For me then, and for these new students now, it was the start of a journey filled with promise, a few setbacks to be sure, and most importantly, of academic and self-discovery. Whether by fate or by accident, within a couple years of beginning my baccalaureate work, I would wind up with an internship in my institution's advancement unit, their equivalent to University Relations and Development here at the beach. There, I began to see and develop a deep appreciation for the extended family of supporters embracing the institution and its students, profoundly committed to their success as they volunteered, mentored, donated. This, of course, holds true at the beach. Just think of the cumulative impact since 1949. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of alumni and an equal number of friends and advocates who have joined with faculty and staff in investing millions, hundreds of millions, to build this campus, to fund scholarships, to endow professorships, to fuel beach athletics. Our work today is fused with this enduring legacy that, day by day, inches closer and closer to 75 years in the making. Our work as educators, our work as students, our work in human resources, in maintaining these facilities, in student health services, of making connections and building partnerships, has been shaped in part by those who have come before us. Like them, we believe in the meaning of the institution, and there is so much more we can do and must do to care for and propel this university forward. So I'll spill the beans. Late next month, we will officially announce our goal to raise $275 million as the university looks to that 75th anniversary. The No Barriers campaign has been designed as a complement to and a setup for how the university will be evolving as established by the vision of Beach 2030. In the weeks and months to come, you'll learn more about this transformational effort and the role you can have. I invite you to begin to think about how you, your colleagues, your college, your division, your friends can connect to the campaign. I invite you to think about those areas of unmet need and untapped potential that are important to you. Because indeed, there should be no barriers to affording a college education, no barriers standing in the way of our most vulnerable, no barriers to our students achieving a compassionate and resilient worldview, no barriers to our role in shaping and empowering California's workforce, no barriers to the depths of our partnerships, no barriers to advancing the public good. That's what this is all about, and I so look forward to our work together. Go Beach!
Thank you for spilling those beans, Jeff. We are excited, and we look forward to more. All right. Convocation is this time when we come together to signal the beginning of the year ahead. You know, educating students is a continuum of effort. As such, we benefit from reflection on the prior year, from which we anticipate, shift, and adjust as we lean onward. During my time at the beach, all full 1 year of it, I have learned that to move forward toward change, irrespective of all of the planning and programming and meetings and Zooms, it takes good energy and good people to bring the vision to life. The energy I feel in this room today is palpable. And those of you joining online, we hope that you're feeling it too. And it reaffirms my belief that we are poised with everything we need to inspire real transformation on this campus. That goodwill, energy, and intent will carry us through and toward our common vision for this extraordinary place we call the beach. To actualize the transformation we've called out and envisioned here at the beach, we've put into context some of the guiding realities toward these aims, realities that we must address. We must first all be aware of and be prepared to execute our agenda under the reality that higher education is changing. Higher education is changing in large measure because our demographics are changing. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, for the first time nationally, a majority of children under the age 5, that's 50.2%, now belong to a minoritized group. It's projected that by 2034, a majority of traditional college-age members in the US, that's ages 18 to 24, will be non-white. Friends, this is 12 years away. Since 1976, we've seen our Latinx population increase to make up 19.5% of college students nationwide. More than 55% of undergraduate students are now women. Asian and Pacific Islander students have increased, according to metrics, by 143.8%. And students coming from 2 or more races have also increased by over 140%. Some of that has to do with changes in metrics in the way that demographic groups are categorized. At the same time, the same national data show a 34.5% decrease in white college-age students And since 2010, Black students have decreased by 10.7%. Enrollment forecasts predict that students will be more diverse than ever. They're becoming less white, and this trend is expected to continue into the foreseeable future. This trend has already become a reality here at the beach. According to enrollment data from our Office of Institutional Research and Analytics, as of fall 2021, 53.64% of our students identified as members of minoritized populations. So what does this mean for the beach? Well, let me tell you what I think it means. We have a lot of work to do in a hurry. If we are truly expected to be a future-ready and student-ready campus, as we've boldly declared in our strategic intent, then we must embrace our role to support all students, and that's all with a capital A, capital L, capital L. These statistics signal not only the time is now to realize our vision, but the need to do so is for the public good. That's who we say we are. These shifting demographics will impact all facets of higher education throughout the nation, as well as here at the beach, from the way we recruit, to the way we teach and communicate, to the way we plan and relate to one another. Let us contemplate this reality together and how we will equitably support all students this year. What will equitable practices look like in the classroom? How can we ensure that our faculty and staff look like our students and that they feel valued? How do we ensure that the curriculum reflects our students' experiences and our programs speak to their needs? More importantly, how are we reaching out to these populations who are not represented or immediately visible on our campus? These are very real questions to which we must commit to address. We not only ask these questions from an institutional standpoint, the reality is that each of us must, as we say, for real, ask these questions of our individual selves. From whatever vantage points, inclinations, lived experiences, points of privilege or lack therein, let's address these questions. With this in mind, we'll have to lead with equity, diversity, and inclusion, or EDI, first and foremost. EDI practices cannot be an afterthought and can't be performative. These three rights of existence as human beings, equity, diversity, and inclusion, must become our context, our backdrop for every decision made on behalf of the beach. It must be our unified imperative to increase fairness and justice on our campus and in the classroom. When we are equity-focused in authentic and effective ways, we will ultimately meet the aim to create belonging at the beach for all. I ask each of us to champion EDI efforts outside and inside the classroom. Equity in the classroom will remain a top focus at the beach. Operating from those three rights that we spoke about just a moment ago as our why will feel like connectedness and belonging, will feel like our differing views and beliefs are valued. Belonging is crucial to campus culture, to retaining staff, to retaining faculty, retaining students, and is the key to feeling satisfied in our unique roles. Now, I know you must be thinking, okay, so how do we do this? Well, lucky for us, we have a roadmap guiding us into the future. The 5 strategic priorities of our Beach 2030 plan are to engage all students, expand access, promote intellectual achievement, build community, and cultivate resilience. These 5 strategic priorities are undergirded by action plans from which they will be implemented and are the North Star guiding us this academic year and the years to come. Beach 2030 is our ambitious campus strategic plan set to transform our institution and create a lasting legacy when we say the beach. The common threads of equity, diversity, and inclusion, EDI, are central to and interwoven throughout the Beach 2030 plan. Friends, we cannot fully achieve equity in the classroom without reimagining our faculty and staff. We cannot anchor belonging without building an equitable and empowering culture. These ideas go in tandem with creating a more fair and equitable campus for all. The good news is that we're making great strides toward increasing equity in the classroom. Our faculty and staff have been pursuing several initiatives to increase equity efforts, create greater justice, and remove barriers for all students. Here are a few true exemplars. Dr. Keith Claybrook Jr., professor of Africana Studies, has developed a handbook called Back to Basics, which provides helpful tools to prepare students for their college-level courses. Back to Basics helps students, no matter what level of education they may be once they're here at the beach, to succeed. As educators, our goal is not to judge how prepared our students are, but to say no matter where you are, you can and you will succeed by virtue of the fact that you're here at the beach. When asked about how he promotes equity in the classroom, Dr. Claybrook rightfully claims that Africana Studies is an equity initiative in and of itself because it is a 50-year-old discipline that is rooted in EDI and social justice. His handbook creates a level playing ground for all students, ensures that teaching is not simply about assessing our students' knowledge, but about understanding their capacity for success. Thank you, Dr. Claybrook, for working to create a more equitable classroom in that regard. The College of Natural Sciences and Mathematics has also developed an entire curriculum centered around belonging. They're finding ways to humanize the sciences, to help our students feel that they can take on the challenging course curricula that we are familiar with in the sciences. To help our students that they can feel that they can take on this work, CNSM developed a belonging initiative called the Resilience Project, which highlights personal stories from science and math undergraduates through video. These stories are truly moving and deal with students from many backgrounds, including those who are first generation, from low-income backgrounds, to those who are dealing and struggling with mental health matters. This is an effective tool. Thank you, CNSM, for working to understand our students and to recognize their ability to achieve despite barriers. The College of Education developed the Caminos Project to engage Latinx youth, to consider teaching careers, and to ensure that all Beach candidates teach in a culturally relevant and responsive way. The Caminos Project is at the center of the equitable classroom because it provides professional development to faculty to learn about equity practices. Embedded in this program were faculty readings and inquiry groups to read common understandings and integration of culturally relevant pedagogy, or CRP. Additionally, this project implemented CRP in teacher education preparation and clinical practice. The College of Education is instituting bold change and is implementing EDI efforts right at the core of our institution because they start with educators. Thank you to the College of Education for working with our educators and our faculty here at the beach for stressing the importance of this work. These are just 3 powerful ways that the beach is already in motion, already working toward the more equitable classroom as a reality, as a way of teaching and learning. These plans reduce biases, seek to engage all students, and get right down to supporting their success. But we don't want to stop our impact within the borders of the beach. Of course not. We declare our intent to be a force for public good. EDI practices can also transcend the classroom and work to alter and shape the community around us. We have some notable beach members who are working to ensure our community is removing inequities as well. Dr. Amber Johnson of the College of Health and Human Sciences, as a professor, is currently working with the City of Long Beach to provide more equitable community health initiatives. Dr. Johnson has been serving on the Black Health Equity Collaborative to reduce health disparities and provide essential resources. Dr. Johnson and the Black Health Equity Collaborative provide a Black mental health program and aim to offer free and low-cost services to the community. Thank you, Dr. Johnson, for ensuring our community programs and health initiatives work well to serve all of our constituents. And finally, likewise, the beach is working hard to establish equitable mental health services and wellness practices on this campus. Under the leadership of VP of Student Affairs Beth Lesson, one of the goals of the ambitious Beachwell Mental Health Initiative is to establish a community advisory collaboration of local health agencies, social services, and faith communities to strengthen partnerships, discuss referrals, and address barriers to access. This collaboration with local partners establishes our institution in the community and reiterates our ability to be a source for public good. In closing, friends, if there is one thing I wish for you to remember today, is that we all have the power to make changes in our day-to-day roles that will make a collective impact throughout our campus. Small changes matter for a collective movement. So this isn't meant to feel daunting. You can start no matter where you are, or if you don't yet feel that you have the EDI vocabulary and principles of operation down pat. If we all lead with equity in mind, we will learn, we will adapt, we will grow, we will see new visions and ways of business, the way we educate our students, the way we engage with one another, and we will see more students succeeding. More students accessing our programs and services. More students who express and demonstrate feeling valued, being seen, and represented. Isn't that the beach you want to be a part of? To be able to say to yourself, along the way, I put a brick or two or many into this beach EDI house that we've built. Together, we can ensure this year is better than the last. But let us also take time to hear and truly understand one another. Let us think about how we're creating a more equitable classroom experience and community for the beach writ large. Most importantly, let us think about how we're cultivating a true sense of belonging on this campus. Because you do belong here at the beach. Each of you, all of us. There will always be a seat at the table for all of us. And I know you will work to create a seat at the table for those around you as well. And by the time those 12 years come, we will already be an exemplar of change. Thank you, friends, and go Beach. Thank you, family. And with that in mind, I now have the honor of introducing our president, Jane Close Connolly. A visionary leader, Dr. Connolly is guiding the beach to achieve success and is not only creating but implementing bold plans to ensure our legacy is long-lasting. She's cultivating a culture that is diverse, equitable, and inclusive, and is a fierce advocate for our entire beach family. She's paving the way and leading transformation at this great institution. And I, for one, am glad to be a part of it. Please join me in welcoming our president, Jane Close Connolly, to the stage. Good job. Good job.
Well, let me add my welcome to 22-23. I'm not going to bore you with a recap about what's been happening for the past 2+ years, despite the temptation to roll out all the reasons why you all have been great for having survived and actually thrived since March of 2020. So yay for all of you, really. You've been wonderful. Again, special welcome to our President's Scholarship winners. I think you're in the front row or close by. I had a TV back there, yeah. And certainly to our Long Beach College Promise students who might be tuning in, to new and returning faculty and staff, certainly to any of the President's associates who are here in the audience, the people who really support our President's scholarships. I saw leaders of our alumni council. Kim and Kurt are here. Thank you so much for all you do. And I don't see him, but oh, there he is. I have to include Professor Kali Conley, who recently survived COVID by my side, which I really appreciate a lot. What I want to talk to you today about is our shared future. Despite all the trauma of the past 2 years, it's now more important than ever that we keep a laser focus on the future. Why do I think that? First, the pandemic uncovered with greater clarity than I could have imagined the disparities that exist among our students especially, but also among faculty and staff. Food, housing, internet connections, transportation, and resources to support well-being were all affected. How will we respond? There's a Beach 2030 commitment that we will support thriving among all community members. Second, the world around us is changing even more quickly than we predicted when we started the Beach 2030 initiative. Post-pandemic forces on the world of work, teaching modalities, enrollment patterns, and overall economic conditions are critical for our success going forward. How do we reshape our university to be responsive to these forces? We have a Beach 2030 commitment to reimagine our faculty and our staff and build a future-ready university. Third, national trends are swirling that seem to threaten our commitments to the success of all faculty, staff, and students, whatever their color, however they identify, whomever they love, whatever their political beliefs, and from wherever they come. How do we continue to build our One Beach commitment that diversity is our strength in this context of intolerance? I think behind me is the list of our action zones, and they're also on these great things on the stage. And as we speak, I don't know what to call them, big signs on the stage, yeah. I know there's a word for it, so somebody tell me later what the real word for that is, okay? As we speak, leadership teams and working groups throughout the campus have launched or are launching dozens of projects to actualize the aspirations in each of these action zones. Though the pandemic has dominated our attention and conversation, many Beach 2030 projects have been in motion, perhaps behind the scenes, with groups performing initial audits and external consultations, and incorporating futures planning into their colleges and departments. The effort brings together all areas of campus, from academics to physical and financial planning, to realize our shared vision for the future. Of special note is the completion of our 10-year physical master plan that is premised on the needs of our future campus communities. Check it out on the website. You will be impressed, I'm sure, with the plan's focus on accessibility, wellness, sustainability, and resilience. Importantly, the plan includes building affordable faculty and staff housing on campus as a way to reduce both commuting pollution and the, yeah. Speaking of pollution, my nose is always this way. So we want to reduce the pollution that comes from our commuting and also the financial stresses of finding housing in Southern California. This decision is reflective of Beach 2030's promise to promote sustainability and be committed to the welfare of all members of the community. I'll focus on these two action areas because I think that without attention here, I know we will not thrive as a university. In the areas of building an equitable and empowering culture and being a student-ready university, the Division of Student Affairs, as an example, and you've heard a little bit already, has done remarkable work in focusing on student mental health. Thank you, Beth, and the DSA team. Our new Healthy Living at the Beach plan is partly supported by a $400,000 grant to create the first mobile crisis unit in the CSU. This means, yeah, it's great. It's fabulous stuff. This means that a mental health professional will accompany our university police on emergency calls related to mental health. Our police service is ecstatic about this and very positive. And although this particular aspect is rather a jewel of the plan, the entire plan has at least 60 actionable, measurable strategies to build thriving at the beach. We also have piloted last spring a text message peer-to-peer outreach program with 1,400 transfer students. Tissues. But see, this year I remembered to put them in my pocket, but thank you, Kali Conley. He's always there for me. Right? Tissues. So we've piloted this peer-to-peer outreach program with transfer students, and it resulted in a 44% engagement rate. The students really answered and had questions, and that's amazing, because usually when we send things to students, it's in the single digits of engagement. So this, we're hopeful for this. So, and it's really based on the premise that we're not waiting for students to ask for help. We're going to them. And you've already heard, I think, about the increased number in our number of CAPS counselors, but let me add, they and the 11 case managers represent the largest and most diverse CAPS staff since I arrived at the beach 8 years ago. So that's big, big news. Other work fitting into these action zones include partnerships with Student Affairs, Division of IT, thank you Min and team, Academic Affairs, thanks Karen and team, and allows us to provide laptops and iPads to students, as well as direct aid. We used up our federal funding to improve our campus IT network, upgrade our HVAC systems, build, soon to appear, outdoor classrooms, give direct student aid, as I mentioned, and buy new disinfecting equipment to keep our buildings safe. All part of being student ready, and by the way, faculty and staff ready. Another Beach 2030 win is that our building services and design and construction team partnered with the Division of Student Affairs and successfully captured over $53 million in state funding to help build more affordable campus housing. The plan is to add another 450 beds, so we are truly student ready in a very practical way. Thank you, Scott and Mark and Corey, for all that work. You know, we have had several events with a special focus on equity. Just two of these, the third annual Wings of Hope event in support of undocumented students, and the second annual Black Alumni Scholarship Gala in support of Black student academic achievement raised a total of over $100,000 just this year. We also secured but there's more. We also secured $600,000 for the Catalyst of Change Endowment, which will offer students a chance to take part in paid internships in agencies dedicated to social justice. And special thanks to the Scoff family, which are descendants of the Bratman family, for that donation. With leadership from Academic Affairs and UR&D, thanks Jeff, Office of the President, thanks Chris, and Student Affairs, we've reimagined the Long Beach College Promise CSULB experience. An external evaluation of the Promise illustrated that some Promise students were not succeeding at the same rate as non-Promise students at Long Beach State. We've raised money for Promise scholarships, planned cohort-enhancing activities, and special advising opportunities over the years, and we'll use our peer-to-peer texting system to proactively prompt students to seek and accept help as needed. And we'll report on outcomes of this program in the coming year. And any Promise students that are here or who are listening on the live stream, come to these events when we advertise them, win prizes, make friends. Bottom line, okay? Faculty members, especially Christine Whitcraft, Beth Mankey, and Juan Benitez, have stepped up to make us more student-ready by attracting over $500,000 to support 50 students, including 10 Dreamers, in paid internships through the Californians for All Service Corps program. The internships will focus on sustainability, another big goal in Beach 2030. This big win is in addition to Dr. Mankey's work in creating the Long Beach Community Internship Program that also offers paid internships in over 90 Long Beach nonprofits and government settings to Promise students. And thank you, by the way, Mike and Arlene Walter, for your support of this program. And thanks for the College of Liberal Arts for really being focused on creating internship opportunities for their students. We recently signed a $10 million gift agreement that would allow us to build, as we replace Peterson One Hall, yes, that's going to happen, a working community that will be able to build a working community medical clinic in partnership with Long Beach Memorial Hospital. This will be a win for our community, our students, and our faculty in terms of enhanced learning experiences, research opportunities, and contributing to the public good. This should also spur part of our reimagining faculty goal as we will seek eventually to offer clinical professorships to our Long Beach medical providers, sometime in 2026, we think. Congratulations to Dean Monica Lounsbury and members of her team, and to the UR&D team for moving the Dean's vision forward in this way. And thank you, especially Chris Reese, had a lot to do with that. So we should just be clapping. It's the beginning of the year. Yeah, just so excited. College of Business has operationalized a focus on equity and empowerment through their inclusive marketing initiative that offers free consultations to minority-owned businesses, especially in North Long Beach. And of course, its longstanding volunteer income tax assistance program that offers free tax return consultation to low-income, handicapped, elderly, veterans, and limited English-speaking community members. Here's a little detail. This year, it provided 66 of our students valuable experience for future job opportunities and college credit. These students served 697 clients, preparing 1,355 state and federal returns. That really scares me, just that number. And it resulted in over $1.2 million in refunds for these community members. So thank you, Dean Salt. Thanks, Dean Salt and Professor Sudha Krishnan and all the involved College of Business faculty. Our new interim Dean of Education, Dr. Ana Ortiz, in addition to leading the College of Education, is also leading an effort to earn CSULB the Seal of Excelencia, We became interested in this after a meeting with our Latinx faculty and staff association members who questioned whether, despite being a Hispanic serving institution, were we promoting thriving, not just representation, among our Latinx students. Earning the seal will be a sign that we're increasingly purposeful in creating learning experiences in and out of the classroom, support systems, and climates that particularly advantage our Latinx students while improving our campus for all students. And of course, an empowering and equitable campus culture also includes access to high-impact practices in addition to internships in classrooms and laboratories. Dean Bennett's success in attracting a $2.5 million gift from Keck Foundation is a great example. This gift will allow CNSM to offer early research experiences and summer stipends to students. Research on student outcomes illustrate that such programs increase persistence in the STEM fields. I'm also excited about the $10 million training grant earned by Professor Kamiar Alei. He told me this morning how to say his name, and Alei. I think I got it right. Did I get it right, Kamiar? Close enough? Okay. To support increasing minoritized representation in careers associated with public health. Kamiar is also part of the CHHS engine to create a school of public health that will eventually, we hope, offer a doctorate in public health. What a great way to contribute to our students' learning and to the public good. Yes. Speaking of millions of dollars, I must share that faculty and staff submitted 186 successful proposals for research funding in 2021-22 and captured over $65 million. Yeah, woo is right. From federal and state and some private sources. This is, and listen to this, this is a 104% increase in awarded research funds compared to last year. And it certainly, yeah, and it certainly manifests our Beach 2030 commitment to support discovery at the beach. Thank you, proposal writers, and all the staff in the Office of Research and Sponsored Programs, Simon, for your contributions to our recent elevation to an R2, that means doctoral degree granting high research activity university in the world of U.S. higher education. Congratulations, faculty and staff. Another fabulous project squarely based in our Beach 2030 values is the CSU Center to Close Opportunity Gaps, a multi-campus, state-supported center housed here at CSULB. Not only will the center's research findings empower educators across the nation to be effective with all children at all levels, but will provide our student educators cutting-edge knowledge, vital to fixing what has been a recalcitrant national problem for decades. So thank you, College of Ed faculty who are involved in that. I've mentioned only a few things that are happening to make our Beach 2030 plan come alive. So please don't let your feelings get hurt if I didn't mention you. I gave just these few examples over just 2 of our action zones, really, to inspire all of you to think about strategies, projects, events that will make Beach 2030 an engine for change. You know, we have 8 years to create the next iteration of our great university. As we create our university's future, we are experiencing somewhat seismic shifts. The overturning of Roe v. Wade, limitation on Environmental Protection Agency powers, reduction perhaps in our foundational notion of separation of church and state, a violent insurrection against our democracy, and attacks on states' gun control laws, to mention just a few. Whatever your or my or other feelings are about these Supreme Court rulings, these realities will affect our experience on campus this semester and beyond. To be a future-ready university, how do we model civility, deep listening, and commitments to compromise and respect when issues are so fraught? How do we, as an academic beacon for free inquiry, manage respectfully in a nation that is banning books, lines of inquiry, sexual identities, voter rights, and control of bodies. These forces deserve our attention as we prepare our students, and actually ourselves, to be creators of the futures we desire. Please come forward with ideas. It will take our collective wisdom to navigate the national turmoil we're in, which will be manifest on our campus, and to prepare our students to be forces for good across artificial boundaries of politics, color, religion, and identity. Thanks for listening, and go Beach! Thank you very much.
So we're just thoroughly inspired now. This concludes our 2022 academic year convocation. We thank you for your energy. We thank you for being here today. We thank you for thinking about the information that you've been provided. We thank you for celebrating your colleagues. Let's pledge together for this to be a powerful year for our students and for our colleagues and the community within which we sit. Happy 2022-23, and go Beach!